Hey guys, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you how to upgrade an Epoch server to an Overpoch server, or in my case I'm going to install a second server using the Epoch files. So in our DayZ servers folder we have an existing Epoch server. This tutorial assumes you know how to install an Epoch server. Check my other video out how to install an Epoch server, and then you can either upgrade this one by updating these files, but what I'm going to do is I like to keep my Epoch server, so I'm going to go ahead and download a fresh copy of the server files, right here, server files, download that, and you're going to go in your downloads. You need to use 7-zip to extract it to this folder. And I'm going to use these files, but I'm going to rename them to distinguish them from the Epoch. I'm going to rename them to Overpoch. It's the same shit. It's the same file, same set of files. I'm just going to use them so I can customize them for Overpoch. So I'm going to copy this here. Now I have an Overpoch server in there. I'm going to go into this config examples, and we're doing Shinaris, so instance 11 Shinaris. I'm going to rename that to instance 11 Overpoch underscore Shinaris. I'm going to copy that over, and I again need the batch file. So this is the instance 11 batch file. Rename that. Just change it to Overpoch, and it's down here now, so copy that over. Right, that's all you need the mission file. Let me get a mission file. Missions, okay, I need the Epoch 11 Shinaris, so I'm going to rename that again Overpoch, and I'm going to copy that into my mission folder. I already got one. I did this install once before. Going to copy this over, right? That's all I need from here. So I have a new set of files that are it's the exact same as the Epoch files, but I'm just calling them Overpoch because I'm going to do some upgrades to it. But you could just upgrade these if you wanted to, if the existing server. If you have a scripted server and you want to upgrade, that's fine. Script shouldn't matter because you're just adding functionality here. I'm going to go into the batch file. I'm going to create a shortcut here so I can launch the server from here. I'm going to edit this port 2302 for a LAN server, and you can see here this is pointing to this folder, but I want to point to this one. So I'm going to right click here, rename, do a Control-C to grab that text, and I'm going to go click in here. I want to highlight this in green, hit Control-F, and then you can see it's highlighting. And I've already done this, so it's already in there, but you'd paste that in there, replace all instances of this with this. So replace all, and there you can see instance 11 Overpoch Shinaris on all of these entries. Profiles name, config, yeah. So you need to have the Overwatch mod added to this launch parameters, and you need to have a copy in here of Overwatch. So I've already downloaded it. You download it from DayZ launcher. Go into your DayZ launcher and go to mods, and make sure that you have in your settings, make sure that you have your mods path to your Operation 2 Arma 2 Operation Arrowhead folder, and then find Overwatch and download it. Mine's already installed, and it would be a download button if you didn't have it. So install that. Once that's installed, you should see it wherever you have your Steam folder, where your Arma 2 is. So in Steam, Steam apps, common, Arma 2 Operation Arrowhead, There's my Overwatch right there. I'm just going to make a copy of this, or hit copy, and I'm going to paste it in here. Okay, so now I have a copy of Overwatch in there. You have to have a copy on the server side. So I'm going to right click, rename, Control C to get that text, and I'm going to paste that in here at the front. Remember, DayZ Overwatch has to be first, and do a semicolon behind it. Remember to do that as well. So DayZ Overwatch, then Epoch server, but we're going to point to this. We don't want to point to this Epoch server. We're going to do some custom mods on here, I'm sure, so we want to load this Overpoch server. So you just change that to Overpoch. So this has to match this, right? This, you're just telling the server which add-ons to load. You go in here, there's a add-ons folder. Yep, do that. Same thing here, you got add-ons. You're just telling it to add add-ons. So we're done here. We've got the Overpoch server, Epoch client, and Overwatch client. So you're going to go ahead and save that, close it. And we need to go into Overwatch. You do nothing. This Overpoch server, that's in there for some reason, but the Overpoch server just needs the DayZ server PBO. You don't have to do anything to it initially. This is where you're going to make your changes. You're going to go into config.cfg, and this is just how your server looks on DayZ Launcher or in any server list. This is where it gets the host name. Overpoch. Yeah. If you want to add a password to your server, add a password here. Admin password, if you have a public server, go ahead and change that. I'm just going to leave it max players, self-explanatory. Message of the day, I'll just change that to Overpoch. Here you need, this is where you're telling it which mission file to load. So if you're MP missions, I don't want it to load that one, I want it to load the Overpoch one. So Overpoch, whoop. Yeah. So spell this the exact same way as this is. Change your difficulty if you want to. But this is the most important, is that you load this mission file right here. So save that. And then let's see, let's go into, we got to go back into this instance 11 Overpoch Shinaris. Go to hive.ext.ini, edit that with Notepad++. I'm not going to change the time. It spawns at server starts at 1 o'clock. Here's where I'm gonna. I need to make. It's a new server, so we're doing a new database. So this has already started. Make sure your MySQL server is started. Open up your HiveSQL. Log in as root or whatever super user you got that can create tables and databases and tables. And this is the Epoch database. We're going to make an Overpoch database. So we need to name it something other than that. So let's just go in here and let's say Shinaris underscore Overpoch 1061. And that's going to be our database name. I'm going to copy that. Do a Control C copy. Right click on DayZ, go to create new database. Paste that in there. That matches that. We're good. Hit OK. Select it. Make sure there's a green check mark there. On my Epoch server, I did use this DayZ account. It had a limited credentials right there. And you can see it just has limited privileges on the Shinaris Epoch database. I'm going to reuse this. I mean, you could create another user account if you wanted to. I'm just going to use the same one, and I'm going to add the Overpoch database to it, and I'm going to give it the same privileges. It was execute, select, show, view, event, to trigger events or to run events. You need to insert into the database. I'm not sure about trigger, update definitely. No super user stuff. I'm not sure about this other stuff. I haven't gotten any errors yet, so I'm pretty sure this is correct. And then you need to add the password. No, the password's already in there. I'm sorry. It says user has empty password, but that's bullshit. It's in there. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So save that. And so you got 2 databases in there now. Go to the Overpoch database. We need this file right here is done, unless you want to, change your value for base maintenance. When the objects get cleaned up for the database cleanup, whatever. So we're gonna save this. This is all good. Close that, and I need to go back out to the SQL folder, and we're gonna run this epoch.sql on the Shinaris Overpoch database. So drop that in there and hit run. All this shit's firing off. Okay, we're good there. And get rid of that. And we're going to run this one here. This is just for the updates from 10:51. We don't need to run those, just this one and this one. So run that. Okay, there's 8 warnings. Okay, good. That just means that, I showed you that in the Epoch install video. It's nothing. So you got to hit this refresh button here, and it should show you all your stuff here. So your database is now complete. You can go ahead and close this. Hit no here. Let's go into, I've got some links in here. You need to have the Overwatch BI key. You don't need, some people say you need the server files. That's bullshit. You don't need the frickin' server files. You just need the key. So I'm going to click on this. You could go into Google and search. That's how I found it. But since I already have it, let me just download this Overwatch BI key. Save that. And go into File Explorer, go into Downloads. There it is. I need to put this in the keys folder, right? I've already got it in there because I already did this install one time. But you would just move this over and drop it in there. Okay? That's all you do. Let me go ahead and get rid of all of this shit. Whoop. That's not what I wanted to do. Delete. There we go. So you got the server key. This is created. This is here. Mission file is what we need to update. Overpoch has custom loot and custom traders that I made both of these, so we'll get these from my GitHub. You also need to update this mission SQM. You need to add the Overwatch stuff. This is all the Epoch stuff. So this link here overheats GitHub. All the stuff will be in the description, by the way. So from here, Shinaris down to jet skis, that's all Epoch stuff. And you'll notice that Red Rider and Anzio won't be over here. These are new to Epoch. So from this MBG Buildings 3 down all the way to this one, you're going to copy that and you're going to paste that. Make sure you put the last one in the list. Doesn't have to have a comma, but this one does if you're adding stuff. So make sure you put a comma there after that Anzio 20, and you can move this over if you want. Just cleans up the profile formatting a bit. Everything is in there now that you need for Overpoch. Adds all this Overwatch stuff. So let's save that, close it. And now we need to add the custom loot tables. These are mine. There's other ones out there. Let's, we're gonna do. So you just click on this link here. This is a thread on Epoch mod. There's the GitHub link. Download them. Save it. Okay, and then go into your downloads folder. Need to open this up, and you're just going to copy this whole DayZ code folder over. It's got everything in here, configs, and then here's your loot, custom loot. If you already have the DayZ code from doing some other installs, you know, ZSC or whatever, then you just need to copy over this config loot folder to the proper directory, which is configs. So you're gonna, I'm gonna copy this whole thing over. So there we have it. Yeah, I don't even have install instructions on here. I should, but I don't. They're in here though. You got to go into description.txt, and you got to change this config loot line. We're not going into the PBO anymore. We're just going to this DayZ code folder. So find that, change it to that. You just need to reference the DayZ code. That's in the. So save that. I'm going to leave that open because we're going to put some config, these custom traders in here. Yeah, this DayZ code folder, that's what you're going to. You're not going to the PBO anymore. There's K loot files. You need the, I made these traders here. They're gold and silver based traders for Overpoch. I took the Epoch gold and silver based traders and added the Overwatch stuff to it. This means you can install Overpoch without installing ZSC first. So there was none of these publicly available, so I made these. And I had some old ones from 1051, so it was just a lot of copying and pasting, and reformatting is about it. It took a while, but okay. So let's go here. Download that shit. Save it. Go into your downloads. Okay. There's the gold and silver based traders. Open that up. You notice there's another DayZ code folder in here. Let's go ahead and close this. DayZ code folder. Open that up. Open that up. There's a configs. There's a configs. Open that. Open that. So you need to copy this config server trader over. So now you have custom traders and custom loot. Back up. There's a server traders in there. You need to replace this server traders with this one. So just delete that other one and add this one. And then you need to go into description.txt, and remember you put this in here. And that's not in the default, in the Epoch, what do you call it, the PBO, the Epoch client files. So edit this description.txt again, and you're going to go on this config server traders line, the bottom one. You're going to get rid of that server, that PBO prefix. So it should look like this. DayZ code right there and DayZ code there. So save that, close it, and we are ready to log into the server. So let me pack this PBO up. Delete this one. And my client's running already? Yeah. So let me start the server. I'll put this stuff in the description, by the way. One thing you might have to do is you might have to add this Battleye filter for the camels. If you drop a grenade out of the camels, in fact, let me do that before I start the server. Let's add this Battleye filter, exception, I'm sorry. You know what I didn't do? I didn't, oh yeah, I did. I copied over this, right? Oh, it made that, never mind. Delete that one. Copy this Battleye folder over. I forgot to do that. This Battleye folder that's in the main, that has all of your Battleye filters in it. You need to add that into here. The game, not that. Delete that. The game will make one and put the server, DLL in there. But you need all these filters in there. And we need to go into createvehicle.txt. And we need to add this. Otherwise you'll get kicked for, so line 2, and all this shit. Hit end, click in there and hit end to the very end of it, and hit Control V to paste that Camel grenade filter. Now you see the one here for the Pook. The Pook grenades is in there, but the Camel one isn't. The grenade for the Camel planes. Gyro grenades even in there. So that's the only Battleye filter you got to add, as far as I know, for Overwatch. So close that. Now let's restart. Now let's start the server up. And I'm going to install. I have Infistar here. Once I get logged into the server, I'm going to install Infistar so I can teleport around and show you this shit. That takes like 5 seconds. Alright, let's let this thing load. And let's just go ahead and let it log all the way in. There's custom load-in screens for Overpoch too. I don't know if there's any public or if just people just made them. So there we're logged into Overpoch. Yep. You just want to make sure you get a successful login, and then you want to check your RPTs for errors. And just like I did with the Epoch install. And let me install my Infistar so I can teleport around, because it's easier to show you the traders and stuff. So let me log out. Okay, let's shut the server down, and I'm going to install Infistar. So it has to be in the server PBO. So Overpoch server, DayZ server PBO, extract it. Open this. You'll get this download, but it'll be a zip file. And you just open this folder. This is the one you need to pull over here, this A2 Infistar. Copy that there, and then you need to go into init, server functions, and you need to go to the bottom, and there's whoops, let me edit that with Notepad. There's some install instructions here. You just need the one line. It's right here. And honestly, this does not work. The way that is right there, it doesn't have the full path. I've tried this, it didn't work for me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add this server PBO prefix. Right, so it looks like that. Z add-ons DayZ server A2 Infistar, and then this. So save that, close it, and we can repack the PBO, and then we need to install the Battleye filters. Okay, that's done. Let's go into Battleye. Instance 11 of Overpoch Shinaris. Go into this Battleye folder. You're going to grab his Epoch and Overpoch Battleye filters. Control A, Control C, and then you're going to paste them in here. And it's going to ask you to overwrite. You say yeah. Okay, so that's done, but you need to add that thing I had for this Camel grenade exception. So back on line 2, I'm going to hit end, paste that in there, and save it. That should be it for that. Oh, you need to turn off the anti-hack that's built into Epoch. So you see how it says 1 here? You need to change these to a 0 on the anti-hack and the remote execute. Save that. And let's repack the PBO. Delete this one. Pack that one. Delete that folder. And let's start the server back up. Should be good to go here. Okay, join. Mission file is 429 kilobytes because we added the loot tables, custom loot tables in the custom traders. Okay, so I should be able to open up Infistar, turn on the teleport, God mode, and the Z shield, and let's see. Let's just show some looting. There's nothing remarkable about the regular loot. I added some, like, I know I beefed up the loot somewhat. It's not like super insane, but you know, you do get more. I don't know if I think because I teleported over here, this hospital probably isn't going to spawn anything. I have to wait. Let's go to the store. But yeah, my loot tables they're beefed up, but they're not insane. Anything spawning here? Yeah, you got food. This is an Overwatch pistol, it looks like. Let me see what this is. Yeah, that's an Overwatch pistol. There's a lot of food, and that, you know, there's a Overwatch Car 98. Food. It's bullshit. What is there? A map there. Take that. Yeah, usually, you know, not the buildings don't spawn stuff every time, but when they do, they spawn a shitload. There's a lot of stuff in here. Yeah, it's pretty saturated. There's another pistol. What? This is the same thing. Oh, it's a Glock 17. Yeah. Okay. So let's see if that hospital spawned anything. I have it pumped up where you can get more containers and shit like that, so maybe it didn't, maybe it did, we'll see. Looks like we're getting stiffed here. Let's go to the Cherno one. Yep. Cherno. You could beef up those things if you want. I have them set pretty reasonable. Am I gonna get any loot in this one? That's probably because I'm teleporting around. Doesn't like that shit. Alright, let's see. Let's try this other hospital. Let's try that. Okay, there's a bunch of shit here. It's luck of the draw. Where's this hospital at? It's over here somewhere. Down here. Okay, let's see if this one spawned anything. This one spawn anything? There's some stuff right there. Yeah. So when they do spawn, they spawn a lot of shit. And I changed this so it just spawns good shit. It doesn't spawn any of the bullshit. Okay. And I'll check the what's the other one I was gonna check? The military loot at the airfield. Yeah. Okay, let's go to airfield. Check that loot real quick. And I'll show you the traders real quick here too. As soon as I check these barracks, I'll go over there. Anything spawning here? I don't think so. Let's check these other barracks. Yeah, sometimes it's great, sometimes it's average. You get some okay stuff in here. Yeah, but see, these are Overwatch guns. That's a green M21. This is another car. Yeah, the scope. Yeah, there's a Masada right there. ACR. You'll see Chatax and all kinds of crazy shit. There's a large gun bag, but you'll see all kinds of crazy shit in here. Let's go over here. Where's the? Yeah, right here. Just show you one last barracks, and then we'll go to the traders. Yeah, there's a Scar. Okay. Uzi. Yeah. I added the Overwatch ammo to these ammo crates too. Yeah, so it's pretty decent. You know, it's just luck of the draw. Certain restarts are better than others. It's not crazy loot explosion type stuff, but let's go to the traders and I'll show you trader menus. I don't think I did anything to the black market. Come on. So building supplies, I think there's like, yeah, lockbox, 2-stroke oil. I think that's all I really added. Maybe I added sledgehammer. I don't know. I don't remember. But the vehicle trader, he's gonna have all of the Overwatch stuff. 350Zs. And what I put them at 3 10-ounce to buy them, 1 to sell. Not sure what prices people want. Monaros. Police cars. Okay, and then weapon trader has all of these like ACRs and shit. Yeah, so everything's in here, and I just set prices I thought were reasonable. JTAGs or 2 briefs. Yeah, pistols are all, everything's in there. Over at the air dealer, should be some camels in here. Come on, give me the menu. Teleporting around, it doesn't want to give you the menu. There it is. Okay, armed camel. So there's the camels right there. And you shouldn't get kicked from dropping grenades with them if you add that filter. I've tested that. So that's it for Overpoch install. Everything is in there. It's ready to be scripted. I just added those gold and silver based traders, so you would have to add ZSC if you don't want it. Most people do want it though, so. But they're in there. So that's it for this video. Let me go ahead and check the RPTs real quick. Yeah, there's no errors in there. That's good. What's this? Oh, okay. And then client side. What am I doing? Going to C, users, my name, app data. So this is all clean too. Problem with the map. Second UV set needed. Yeah, bone left shoulder doesn't exist in some, you know, there's just creation of agent, I don't know, these are just goofy fucking errors that there was a thread about these agent ones that just nonsense. But there's no errors in here. There's nothing wrong with the install. So that's good to go. That's all there is to an Overpoch install. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm not sure what I'm going to do next, but probably have something coming up. So I'll see you later.